Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you all need to know right now. It's a general reading. We're just going to see what the message is at this time. It could be past, present, or future. Okay, so you will know how it fits for you. And with that being said, let's just jump right in and see what you guys need to know at this time. What's important in the collective? What's happening, Spirit? All right, we have the Knight of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. So it looks like there is someone taking quick action because of some sort of lack, poverty. Yeah, something is in bad shape here. Okay, and then we have an investment of some sorts, financial news. Somebody's acting quickly on some sort of financial news here. A Queen of Cups. Okay. Why is the Knight of Wands here? The Four of Cups in reverse and the Six of Wands. So somebody feels like taking quick action is going to bring them some sort of victory and some sort of absolution. Okay, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody here is like, it could be stressed out about something, or they're worried, they're anxious. Taking quick action, the Chariot, moving forward very determinedly. Yeah, it seems that somebody is like sitting on hot coals in a way. Like they feel like they have to move quickly. They have to act now. What's the Page of Pentacles? The Knight of Cups and the Two Wands. Yeah, they're making a choice here. Or they're going to try and come forward in some sort of way, taking action. Who's the Queen of Cups? The Ace of Cups. Seven of Cups in reverse and the Five of Wands. Yeah, there's something here that's being exposed, or there's no illusion. Okay, it kind of feels like somebody is going to try and come forward and be nice, right? So somebody is worried about something. They feel like they have to act now. They have to act quickly, and it has to do with being nice or wanting to come forward and offer support or something like that. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands, please. The Nine of Wands reverse. Yeah, they feel like they won't be able to defend themselves. Or they want to get someone's defenses down, or they want to catch you without a boundary, or they want to like soften you up a little bit is what it feels like. So somebody feels like they have to act quickly and come towards you and be nice so that you're soft, or you don't have a boundary up towards them. The Three of Wands in reverse, because right now they don't know what's going to come. They don't know what's about to happen. Oh, this is like trying to find an ally. This is like somebody that feels some sort of heat coming, and they're trying to find an ally quickly. It's like, who could I be nice to? Because I don't really know what's about to happen, and I need someone to be nice to me. This is about trying to get on someone's good side. Somebody is coming in quickly to get on your good side. That's what this is. Okay, so what does that mean? What is this about? Money, sudden wealth. Okay. Yeah, this person, whoever they are, they feel like their only shot at coming out on top or being victorious is cozying up to you in some sort of way. They want forgiveness for something, or they feel like that's how they're going to be forgiven, as if they're on your good side. It's like this person thinks that their actions will get swept under the rug if they are on your good side. That's what I just keep getting. So it's like they know that something is coming, but they won't get hit as hard as other people because they're your friend, kind of a thing. Like you'll look the other way with them, maybe. Abundance. Yeah, something about money. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. This person is trying to stay positive when it comes to money. Or getting what, or this is how they feel like they can get what they want, okay? What's the Five of Pentacles? The Six of Cups. This has to do with the past. Judgment, yeah. The Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so something that this person did, or I feel like it's more like a group thing, or maybe this person, one person, they did something. Yeah, they're stressed. Nine of Swords. They're really stressed out and worried about something here. About being judged. They could have manipulated something, lied about something. What's that? Yeah, working on something here, a gift. No, they want you to be nice to them. This feels like an assistant kind of an energy that is going to try and get on the boss's good side so they don't get fired. That's what this feels like. It's like they made a really big mistake or they did something bad, but boss won't fire me because boss likes me. That's what this feels like. Okay, so what do they do? Or what are they doing here? The Queen of Cups. Okay, it's a Queen of Cups that's doing this. They're the ones trying to move quickly. The Page of Cups. They're going to come in and try and be nice to you, okay? To gain your favor. It's like, hey, boss, I brought you some cookies. How are you doing? How you been? You know we're friends, right? Oh yeah, this feels like someone's scared of getting fired. The Hierophant, yeah, they could work for an institution or an organization or what's that? Family room. I feel like, no, I don't feel like it's an actual family as much as this is how they're trying to come across, like, trying to cozy up, trying to be nice, trying to make that familiar feeling of, we get along and, we go way back and, I know your parents or something like that. I don't know. They feel some sort of pressure. What's the Page of Pentacles? The Eight of Swords. Yeah, they feel trapped. Imprisonment. I don't feel like it's actual imprisonment as much as they feel trapped. They feel like their hands are tied. They feel like they're in a bad situation. Okay, the Lovers. They're looking for an ally so that they don't lose their job, okay? So that they don't have a painful ending. They don't lose their job. They don't get fired. They don't lose something that they worked for here. Okay. What's this about? A main female. So that could be this Queen of Cups or it's you. Great fortune in reverse. Something about losing a lot of money, I don't really feel like it's about losing a lot of money as much as it's about like losing everything they've built, like their career, what they've built, their assets, their retirement fund. I don't know. Okay, so they're planning on coming towards you, trying to be nice. What's that about? They don't want to be left out in the cold. Please. Please don't leave me out in the cold, okay? Please don't fire me. The Fool. They're about to take this leap of faith. They feel like they don't have another option, is what I'm getting. Yeah, so what's this plan here? Perception, reminiscing. What I say? Something about reminiscing about the past. Like, you know that we go way back. You know how we used to be friends in kindergarten, or you know, I used to babysit your nieces. I don't know. It's something like that. Like, we have so many memories together, don't you know? You know, we've known each other for so many years. We go back 30 years, don't you know? This is how they're trying to charm and use someone, manipulate someone, using the past. I don't know if it's going to work. It depends on you, I guess. I feel like they're coming towards you. It depends on if you have a soft spot for this person, because I feel like that's what they're going to try and play on, okay? Is there this soft spot that you have for them? Mirror in reverse. Relationships reflect our wounds. Introspection in reverse. They don't want something to be looked into, or you don't resonate with this person anymore, okay? You don't see them as your mirror image anymore, or what's that about? Mirror in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Wands, something about an address maybe, okay? Or this person is worried about losing their home, or losing their stability, losing everything that they've built, everything that they've worked for. Yeah, it's like, well, honestly, I feel like this person should have thought about that while they were doing whatever they did. I feel like they didn't really think about everything that they could lose. You know, it's like somebody being so sure about having the right allies and the right connections that they can just do whatever they want and there's no repercussions. They're never going to lose their stability, their job, their safety net, their network. Now they feel this pressure that they could lose everything, and it's like, why is it setting in so late that that's what could happen? Now they're scrambling. This feels like somebody desperate to find someone that will absolve them of what they did or show them mercy. That's what it feels like. They're looking for mercy. Okay, it's like, please don't take everything away from me, please. They're going to get on their knees. They're going to beg. They're going to say, don't you remember how we were 20 years ago? You know who I am. You know what kind of a person I am. You know that I'm not like this. You know that I've always been a good person. I've always been a good employee. We go way back. Please forgive me. That's what's coming in right now, okay? But it's honestly, it's a manipulation tactic, okay? This person is trying to charm someone to use them. They're coming in with their charm of like, you know, I'm a good person. I'm a great person. I've never done anything wrong. You know, yes, I fucked up really bad one time, but please forgive me and show me mercy. Okay, please be my ally. Yeah, that's what's coming in now. Okay. The Ace of Swords, the King of Cups, they want you to feel something for them. Okay, now I don't know, again, if this is a Queen of Cups or a King of Cups, but whoever it is, I feel like it's the Queen of Cups coming towards you, okay? And they want you to feel for them. Empathy, care, consideration. They want to, it's a bit of emotional manipulation. Like they want your sympathy. They want you to feel bad for them. They want you to think about, it's almost like they want you to feel bad for giving them consequences. Or they want to make you feel like they don't really deserve consequences because they're a good person. Right? That's what they want you to think, I guess. The Sun in reverse. They don't want the truth to come out about something, or they lied, or they're going to be sad maybe about something. The Nine of Swords in reverse. No, the fact is, look, what you have to keep remembering, if you're dealing with this person, yeah, their story might sound super convincing. You might feel for them. You might have an open heart for them. But whenever they did what they did, they were not worried about it. Okay? They weren't worried about it at all. They felt like they could do whatever they want with no consequences. They weren't scared of losing their job. They weren't scared of losing everything they built. They felt nothing about it. They were not worried. Nine of Swords reversed. They weren't worried about it. But they are now. Now that they could face consequences. Now they're looking for an ally, looking for someone to, play the little violin. Yeah, it's almost like somebody that thought they would get away with this because they're so loved by everyone. It's like, oh, they won't fire me because I'm the office darling, right? Everyone loves me. Nobody will suspect me. Nobody's going to fire me. Everyone loves me. So they weren't worried about it at all. Now they are. Okay. So what's next? What's the Seven of Cups reverse? Yeah, it's their job. I feel like this is somebody's job. Eight of Pentacles, yeah. Something about their job, where they work. They're going to come in, okay? So you must work with this person in some way. They're coming in. They're going to try and be nice to you because they know that they did something that could get them fired, okay? Five of Wands. The Magician, they're coming in to manipulate you, all right? Or they're trying to create an outcome. Because they know that they can't get away with this. They know that they're not going to get away with this. Their only shot at getting away with it is being your friend. Or getting mercy from you. That's the only way they can get away with this. Okay? Because if they had a boss that they didn't go 30 years back with, or they didn't know you personally and were able to say, oh, I remember your parents and blah, 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 they would not get away with this. If they had a strict boss that met them 2 days ago, they'd be gone. You know what I mean? It's giving me something like that. The King of Swords, yeah. If they had a boss like a King of Swords, they'd be out of there quickly. It's like there's no feelings in business, okay? The Two of Cups in reverse, no relationship. Yeah, you can't make it about the relationship. Okay, so if this is if you know this person and you're their boss, or you work above them in some sort of way, you have some sort of power over them keeping their job. There's something here about you need to go at this like there's no feelings in this. You got to keep your feelings out of it. It's not about how long you've known them, how many, years you go back with them. A personal relationship, you cannot weigh that on this scale, is what I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you, and the advice. You have to go at this like a King of Swords. Purely facts, purely logic, purely this is it. And Swords is just mind. It's just air and mind. It's no feelings. There's no feelings in this. Or you might have to take your feelings out of this because they're coming to you wanting to be nice, but I don't know if they actually deserve your well, they deserve your kindness, but I don't know if they deserve for you to kind of sweep everything under the rug because they're a nice person. Even nice people like this, they messed up. Okay, I don't know. They messed up. Strength. Yeah, this situation, I feel like for you, it's going to require your strength. in the sense that you're going to have a boundary and you're going to have to hold it, you know? Like you have to have the power and the control in this situation, because if you allow this Queen of Cups to get away with something, they're going to undermine you in a sense. Like you're basically going to say, oh, it's okay if people do bad things because we're friends. You know, I feel like this is a test. Like you're going to be tested here. Your strength and the strength of your decisions is about to be tested, okay? You know, it's got to be like the same rules for everyone kind of a thing. Like you can't give people that you know personally advantages, or you can't let things slide. Like you might actually have to be the one that puts the foot down here, even if it's really uncomfortable. You might not want to do that. The Emperor, yeah, you're going to have to be the Emperor. And I feel like you don't really want to be the Emperor, okay? But you are. Like someone here is the boss. And this could have to do with the Queen of Wands in reverse, okay? Yeah, you're going to have to be the Emperor in this situation, the boss. Okay. Yeah, this person is moving quickly. They're coming in quickly because they don't want to face some sort of heartbreak. They don't want to go through the ending, the pain. They're trying to avoid something from happening here. The Page of Cups, they want your sympathy. They want to gain your favor. They want you to be nice to them. They want to be nice to you. Because they're super stressed out right now, okay? They're anxious, they're worried, they feel like they can't sleep, they're nervous over some sort of money, over some sort of evidence, over something they did with an object, okay? They're gonna lose their job. Or honestly, maybe they should. Or they did something bad at work. They did something they should not have done with their job. They made a really big mistake. Or they're worried about losing their job and that's why they're coming towards you quickly. No. I mean, it's your choice, but I feel like, I don't know. Okay, so what's the advice here for the Emperor or for the boss, for you in the collective? You just have to know that this person is definitely going to reach out. Okay, and there's the Empress. Yeah, you're the boss. You're the boss, and you're gonna have to handle this like a boss, okay, and not like a friend. You know, they lied. They lied. Yeah, strength and the sun. This is the Nine of Swords. I know that you don't want to necessarily. It feels like you don't really want to be the boss. Or they're coming in and they're super stressed out and they're super worried. They're anxious. They're scared of losing their job right now because they lied and they know they lied. Okay. They want to be nice to you now. They're going to try and be really nice to you now. The Tower, because something's about to blow up in their face really badly. Like really badly. The Three of Cups. Yeah. This could be a whole team, a work colleagues, a group, okay? They did something with a group of people here. Yeah, they want to be your friend. They're coming in to be your friend. Because they don't want a painful ending. Look, that's your message, okay? Your message is this person is not coming in because they just like you and want to be nice. They're coming in because they need you as an ally, okay? They need to be friends with you as an ally because they will lose their job. If you're not their ally, that's how they feel anyways. They're terrified right now. So they need someone to be nice to so that this doesn't happen to them or they get some sort of mercy and forgiveness, okay? So just be aware that this person's intentions are not maybe what you think they are, okay? They feel like this is the only shot they have at saving their job. I feel like this person needs to learn their lesson, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see. What are your thoughts on this? The collective's thoughts. The Emperor in the reverse. You don't want to be the boss? You don't want to be the one to make the decision? You don't want to be the boss? Or maybe they're hoping that you will be weak with your decision. Like you're going to be weak. I mean, I feel like it may be a bit of both, but I feel like this Queen of Cups is really banking on the fact that you're going to be weak. You're going to be a weak boss in a way. You're going to turn a blind eye to them, and you're not going to make a decision. Or maybe you haven't made a decision. Maybe you don't want to have to fire this person, but like you have to keep your feelings out of it. It's not about feelings. It's not about, a relationship, how long you've known someone. It's about holding people accountable, The Eight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, like this person, they did what was best for them, okay? You have to do what's best for you. Someone has to walk away from this, or you have to leave your feelings out of it. Eight of Cups. Okay, so I feel like your advice today is you have a soft spot for this Queen of Cups. I feel like you do. But you have to keep your feelings out of it. You really have to try, okay? Because they did something that has them scared of losing their job. So if this person, okay, if you're comparing this person to someone that you don't know for 30, 50, 20 years, whatever, okay, or you haven't been working with for a long time, or you don't know their parents or their family members or whatever, if you're comparing them to someone that you just met 3 months ago, and they did the same exact thing, how would you handle it? Like, how would you handle this situation if you didn't know them previously or have this kind of a soft spot for them? How would you handle this? Because I feel like you would be a lot more stern and a lot more serious and a lot more decisive if you didn't have this soft spot. So then you have to ask yourself, like, okay, so what kind of principles are you standing on then if you're letting people close to you get away with things just because you have a soft spot for them? How does that look from an outsider's perspective that you're letting this person get away with something because you've known them or you've known them for a long time? But then this person over here, you would be more, you would have consequences with them. You would be more, they would have a consequence, and Queen of Cups just gets a slap on the wrist. They just slap the hand. Oh, don't do it again. That doesn't make you look like the Emperor or the Empress. Okay, if you're excusing people because you've known them for a long time. I know like sometimes we have to be super consequential with people we don't want to be. Like we want to, give someone another chance because, they're a good person, but like, what is the gravity of the situation here, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, it's your decision. But I do have to say that this Queen of Cups is coming towards you, hoping to be nice to you, wanting to be nice to you, because they think that you're a weak leader in a way, and they're hoping that they can charm you into letting them off the hook easy. So this person will then, I don't know, think they can do whatever they want. I don't know. But you might have to leave your feelings out of this one, okay? You might have to leave your feelings out of it. I don't know. That's the best advice that I can give you, whoever you are. Okay, so let's see. November, an Aries, a Scorpio. Yeah, this could be a November Scorpio, a Queen of Cups, a Sagittarius, August, February, and a Pisces and a brother. And K came out, but that's not supposed to be in there. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope this helps. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.